led by architect and director Daniel Burnham.
And Daniel Burnham?
Lighting up over 100,000 bulbs.
Dead. American history. On July the 10th, 1856, in a small village in the Austrian Empire, a boy was born as lightning lit the night sky. That boy was Nikola Tesla. From childhood, Nikola saw flashes of light, strange visions, and entire machines appearing fully formed in his mind. Was it imagination, or was he seeing the world's hidden currents? He attended school, brilliant but restless. Professors marveled at his photographic memory and his ability to perform calculus in his head. But he never graduated. He left his schooling and worked for electrical companies, learning and observing. But in his mind, bigger dreams pulsed. Limitless energy, wireless transmission, power drawn straight from the earth itself. 1884, he boarded a ship to America with 4 cents in his pocket, a bundle of papers, and a head full of inventions, and a dream so radical it would one day terrify the world's richest men. Tesla arrived in New York with little more than a letter of introduction to Thomas Edison, the great Edison himself, the Wizard of Menlo Park. Tesla showed him designs for alternating current motor. Edison waved him off. He was loyal to direct current. Tesla worked for Edison briefly, promised $50,000 if he improved Edison's DC generators. Tesla delivered, but Edison laughed and said, "You don't understand American humor," and Tesla quit. He was broke, digging ditches to survive, but his mind never stopped. In 1887, Tesla patented his AC induction motor. George Westinghouse recognized his genius and bought the patents. Together, they waged the war of currents. Edison fought dirty, electrocuting animals to scare the public about AC's dangers. But in 1893, Tesla's AC system powered the Chicago's World's Fair, the White City, 200,000 electric bulbs blazing against the night. For the first time in history, millions saw a city lit by electricity. Tesla then designed the hydroelectric system at Niagara Falls. In 1895, it came alive. The age of alternating current had begun. But Tesla didn't want to sell electricity. He wanted to give it away, and the men who owned the wires began to take notice. In 1895, disaster struck. Tesla's Manhattan lab burned to the ground. His notes, inventions, prototypes reduced to ash overnight. Some called it an accident, others whispered sabotage. But Tesla rebuilt. By 1901, he had secured funding from J.P. Morgan for a new project, the Wardenclyffe Tower. Morgan believed Tesla was building a wireless telegraph system, but Tesla's real plan was far more radical. Wireless energy, free global power, transmission. No wires, no meters, no profit. When Morgan asked where the meter would be, Tesla replied, "There is none." Morgan's support vanished. Meanwhile, Marconi was credited with inventing radio using Tesla's patents. Edison and Rockefeller's allies controlled the press, painting Tesla as eccentric and even insane. By 1917, Wardenclyffe was dismantled and sold for scrap. The dream of free energy lay in ruins. In his final decades, Tesla lived in the New Yorker Hotel, room 3327, alone, broke, feeding pigeons in the Bryant Park. He spoke of inventions too advanced for his time. Death rays, wireless energy, earthquake machines. The press called him mad, but governments were listening. On January 7, 1943, Tesla died. Within hours, the FBI seized all of his papers. The Office of Alien Property Custodian oversaw the operation. The documents were analyzed by Dr. John G. Trump, the uncle of the future President Donald Trump. Trump's reports dismissed the papers as speculative. But some believe Tesla's notes were classified and absorbed into secret projects. HARP, Star Wars Defense Initiative, and others. Where are the papers now? FBI archives, private contractors, or lost forever? Tesla's name faded from the textbooks, but his fingerprints are everywhere. Wireless power, electric vehicles, satellite grids, even talk of weather manipulation. Technologies he imagined a century ago now power the modern world. But was his invention twisted? Turning tools to control instead of liberation? In 1960, the SI unit of magnetic flux density was named Tesla, a small tribute, but not enough. They tried to bury him, but his ideas can't be killed. Tesla isn't gone, he's waiting, and his secrets are starting to leak. It's easy to think of Nikola Tesla as just another genius inventor, a man ahead of his time. But what if the opposite is true? What if Tesla wasn't ahead of his time, but a man trying to bring back something we already lost? Today, we're not just talking about free energy, wireless power, or the death of Wardenclyffe Tower. We're asking a bigger question. Did Tesla rediscover the energy system of the old world? And did he find Tartaria's secrets? Tesla believed in a universal medium. He found that in ether. He called it the substance of all matter, the carrier of energy across the universe. Mainstream science dismissed him, but look at the old world structures. Cathedrals, starports, grand exposition buildings designed with spires, domes, and metallic accents. Were they just pretty? Or were they harvesting the ether? Now compare Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower, a huge granite metal spire designed to resonate with the Earth's frequencies, an antenna for pulling power straight from the sky. Was he inspired by what he saw in Europe? Or was he simply rebuilding what came before? And look closer at the cathedrals with copper domes. Windows shaped like tuning forks, spiral staircases mirroring electromagnetic coils. Tesla spoke of energy, frequency, and vibration. The old world built it into stone and glass centuries earlier. We're told these were religious symbols, but why do they align with magnetic ley lines? Why are they arranged like nodes on a circuit board? Tesla's inventions, his coils, his oscillators, they don't just look like modern science. They look like memories of something older, something erased. After Tesla's death in 1943, the FBI swooped in. His papers vanished into government vaults. Why? Because of national security? Or because he decoded a global system they didn't want anyone to know about? Think about it. Free energy kills oil, kills gas, kills the entire model of paying for power. Sound familiar? That's the same system that they had buried from Tartaria. The men who erased Tesla, Morgan, Rockefeller, the U.S. government, were the same men building a new world order on metered energy. Did they do it once with Tesla and once before with the old world? Tesla said, "The present is theirs, the future for which I really worked is mine." But what if his future was their past? What if Tesla wasn't trying to invent something new, but to restore the grid that powered Tartaria? And the real question isn't what he knew, it's why we don't. Tesla wasn't trying to rule the world, he was trying to free it. In 1901 he wrote, "When wireless is perfectly applied, the whole world will be converted into a huge brain. A man will be able to carry one in his vest pocket." He foresaw smartphones, the internet, and global wireless energy. But freedom? That's not what the titans of industry wanted. They wanted meters, cables, pipelines, and dependence. And Tesla's dream was a threat. Morgan funded Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower, believing it would deliver profitable wireless communication. But when Tesla revealed its true purpose, free energy for all, Morgan asked, "If anyone can draw on the power, where do we put the meter?" No meter, no money. Morgan cut the funding. By 1917, Wardenclyffe was dismantled and sold for scrap. Tesla later reflected, "Money doesn't represent such a value as men have placed upon it. All my money has been invested into experiments which I have carried on for the benefit of mankind." But Morgan's money wasn't for mankind. It was for monopoly. Edison and Tesla's rivalry was infamous. The war of currents saw Edison smear Tesla's AC system as dangerous, staging public electrocutions of animals. Edison wanted centralized DC current, grids tied to cities. Tesla's AC would travel further, cheaper, empowering rural areas. And Tesla's later plans for wireless power, even more disruptive. Tesla wrote, "Our virtues and our failings are inseparable, like force and matter. When they separate, man is no more." Edison never separated his drive from greed, and he wasn't alone. Rockefeller's Standard Oil was growing into a global fossil fuel monopoly. Tesla's wireless energy, free and clean, would have obliterated it. No need for gas, no need for coal, and no need for Rockefeller. There's no record of Rockefeller attacking Tesla directly, but in a world where he controlled the press, banks, and political influence, Tesla's funding dried up at every turn. If you were only to know a magnificence of the numbers 3, 6, and 9, then you would have the key to the universe. Rockefeller's key to the universe, oil barrels, and Teslas with free energy. Guess which one survived? George Westinghouse once believed in Tesla, backing his AC patents. But when his company nearly collapsed under financial pressure, Tesla tore up his royalties contract to save it. That act of sacrifice cost Tesla billions in future earnings. Later, Westinghouse, cautious and battered, pulled away from Tesla's riskier projects. Another friend lost, another door closed. Tesla died alone in room 3327 of the New Yorker Hotel in January 1943. Within hours, agents seized his papers under the Alien Property Custodian Act. John G. Trump was tasked with analyzing them, and he concluded, Tesla's papers contain nothing of significant practical value, but large portions of his research disappeared into government vaults. Particle beam weapons, wireless energy systems, to this day, much remains classified. Tesla's warning: of all the fractional resistances, the one that most retards human movement is ignorance, and ignorance is conquered only by the spread of knowledge. Was his knowledge spread or locked away forever? This wasn't one man, this wasn't even 5. It was a network of power. Morgan, Rockefeller, Edison, the U.S. government, and history written by the victors. Tesla's dream was simple: to give man back power which once had been in abundance. But the men we named here didn't want abundance. They wanted control. So they erased him from the textbooks and left you paying bills he believed you should never see. The present is theirs. The future for which I really worked is mine. Nikola Tesla. This isn't just Tesla's story. It is our story. And the question remains, if one man could free the world, how many men would it take to stop him?
If you enjoyed this polished retelling of progress and civilization,
and if you're questioning what's really been buried under the official story,
then don't forget to like the video.
Share it with the ones who aren't afraid to ask why.
Follow and subscribe for new episodes uncovering forgotten marvels.
And the history that still yaps beneath the ruins.
Because the past isn't silent, it's yapping.